Hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I've got a really simple yet really sparkly design using our acrylic colour of the week, this stunning soft green iridescent shard glitter mix, Callie. So to see how I've created this set, please keep watching. So I'm working on ebony for this set. She is all set up with the Gems stiletto tips, and I've chopped the end off to create more of a tapered square length. I am trying out a slightly different filming angle for this video, so we'll see how we get on. Now, the products I'm using in this design are, of course, our acrylic colour of the week, Callie, and you need to be quick to get her at the reduced price because she'll go back to full price tomorrow morning. But here she is. She's a really lovely iridescent glitter mix. Depending on the light, she's picking up pinks and golds. She's a gorgeous mix, one of my favourite kind of glitter acrylic cuts, these shards. And then I'm going to use a little touch of Tabitha, well, slightly more than a little touch, but I'm going to pair Callie with Tabitha. Tabitha is a sort of a green toned white. She's a very soft green. On camera she is looking white, but trust me, it's slightly green. And well, it wouldn't be an acrylic set if I wasn't using Gems Crystal Clear. So they are the three acrylics I'm using in this set. It's pretty simple design, to be honest. And I'm going to start off with crystal clear, and we're going to go in with our thin clear base. Now, while I'm doing that, I've been so behind on things this week. This video was supposed to be uploaded Friday or Saturday, at the latest this morning, Sunday morning. It is 5:45 and I'm voicing this over to get it uploaded ASAP whilst Callie is still reduced. But I'm so sorry if you are watching this and Callie has already gone back to full price. But fear not, because you can use Helen 5 at gemsnailsystems.com to get 5% off all full price products. But I apologise for being a little bit behind this week. Now that our thin clear base is down, I am going in with Tabitha. She is still looking more white on camera, but please trust me when I say she has a very soft green tint to her. And I am just painting her on for full coverage on the index finger, and I will do the same on the pinky as well. I'm just having her just behind Callie, just to give it a slightly more solid feel, because obviously it is a glitter shard. It can be slightly see-through, glassy in places, and I want a solid design. So going in with Tabitha as my base. On the ring finger, I'm just going to apply Tabitha at the cuticle and feather it down just past that base nail free edge. I want a glassy finish at the tip, so I didn't want to add too much of Tabitha, but again, I wanted it quite solid coverage at the cuticle and the nail bed, hence putting Tabitha in the background. And yet again, just painting her on the pinky. So I didn't start the cuticle on the index finger, but I started at the cuticle here, just smaller beads so I can get it nice and neat, just like I always do. And then I'm just adding a little bit more product and painting it down the nail. I worked this wetter. I was doing it on quite a hot day, and that's why I'm so behind this week, because the weather has just thrown me right off. I lost about 2 days because it was so hot, but because it was hotter, I worked a little bit wetter so that I had more time to play. I then decided to go back to the middle finger and just add a teeny tiny amount of Tabitha just around the cuticle, just to give the full coverage there. Now at this point in time, I knew I was going to do crystal work, but I wasn't 100% certain on which of the middle or the ring finger, but both of them I wanted to sort of fade out to a glass effect at the tip. Now I'm coming in with Callie, and I'm just going to apply her to the full nail. However, I didn't mind too much if I did fade her out slightly towards the tip. I had Tabitha there for that full coverage nail. And on camera you can see she's picking up sort of the golds and the pinks in her, and honestly, depending on what colours you apply her over, she does look different. We learnt this in TikTok live I did during the week. If you apply her over a pink or over a orange, over the pink she picks up more of the pink iridescent, over the orange more of the gold. So she's a really pretty versatile glitter. On the middle finger, and I did similar on the ring finger too, applying full coverage at the cuticle and then just really feathering it out, and not even going to the very tip on these two nails because I really wanted to fade it into that clear glass nail effect, and just doing exactly the same on the ring finger. In fact, I think I faded her out even higher up the nail, so there was even more clear on this nail, but I absolutely loved it, and you really saw how clear, crystal clear is on this nail. Wanted to make sure I was covering the base nail so that I didn't have that line, and then back onto the pinky and just tidying up around the cuticle first of all, so that's nice and neat. With Tabitha there, I wasn't worried if I didn't go right up to the cuticle, although I was trying to, and then just adding more and just feathering it, painting it down the nail. Again, I'm working wet and I'm working thin because I've got to encapsulate all of these nails, and with glitters I like a little bit more playtime, so I tend to work wetter. And that is the acrylic design. Simple. Very, very simple. It's quite a nice design as is, so you could leave it like that. But what you do need to do is encapsulate in clear acrylic. This is where I'm going to be building up the structure. So I'll put my apex in. I'll make sure all of that acrylic is encapsulated and got the right thickness at the tip. And then file them. So I use my Katie Barnes e-file and e-file bits to do the most of the work. And then I come in with my Gems hand files just to really tidy up, refine, tidy up the side walls, sharpen up the free edge, and just give us a nice smooth finish. And then a 3, a 2, a 1. Here they are, freshly filed. Now I didn't quite get my angle right in this half of the video. I was really happy with the angle I was filming at for applying the design. I need to look back at how that angle was because I wasn't happy with it. Yeah. Giving those nails a really good wipe over now, especially underneath on the middle and the ring finger, because I want that real clear glassy finish. And I'm going to use some Nail Team crystals. So I've got the Budget AB tray, I've got the AB shape crystals, and I've got these beautiful opaly green crystals. They're called the green crystals, but they've got more of an opaly finish. And I'm going to do a full nail on the middle finger, so I'm going to use the Gems glue gel to apply them. So I've got my crystal pickup tool, and I will use the pointy end just to apply some of that gel just down the middle of the nail. And I'm going to work this in stages because I'm going for that full crystal nail here. Now I didn't pick out what I wanted like I normally do, so this is going to be a little bit slower than my normal crystal application because I'm finding the crystals as I go. But I'm working just down the middle of the nail, and I know I want to use a couple of big shapes, and I'm going to apply them right in the middle of the nail so I can build around them with smaller crystals, which is really going to help hold them in place. And I want to be alternating between AB and those green crystals. So I'm just going to tip a few of those into the lid so that I can find the sizes I want. So a couple of the round crystals at the cuticle, and then I'm going to go in with a couple of shape crystals sort of in the middle. Apologies, they are so sparkly, and the glitter as well, so it is losing a little bit of focus at time. And then I'm just going to finish off with a round crystal at the tip, and I put the round crystals either end because that just helps hold them in place. You can almost get it slightly underneath if that shape is sticking up slightly. Just use my tool to straighten them up, make sure they are exactly where I want them, and then I'm going to come in with my lamp. I've got a little handheld lamp for this, and I'm just going to flash cure them. This is just going to set them in place so that I can be adding more crystals around them without the worry of that moving. And this is what I love about the Gems gel glue. You can cure them in place, but they do hold really well in the glue. And you've got time to play with them and straighten them up, because it's not going to set until you come in and set it. And I always put the lid on the gel glue when I'm not using it. So now I'm going back in with my pointed end, it's sort of a dotting end, and adding more just to one side of the nail. And here I'm going to work one side at a time. And I'm just going to get in, I'm going to, where the crystals might not be laying flush to the nail. Oh, okay, I'm doing both sides. Well, there you go. But where the crystals might not lay flush to the nail, because obviously the nail has got a curve, I'm going to really push those crystals so they fill in any little gaps where the big crystals are slightly lifted off the nail. I don't know if that is making sense. And I'm going to do a mix between the green and the different sized ABs. I never have these trays open because I know what I'm like, and I will end up like knocking it over, knocking all of the crystals out. And if I've got all the different bits open, I'm going to end up with a mess, and they are all separated by size. So here you can see I'm doing one side and then I'm mirroring it on the other side, and I'm just filling in any little gaps, and then back to the green crystals and just put one in the middle, and then I will flash cure and I will continue adding some more crystals until I am happy. Now, this is not the sort of design I would regularly do, sort of a full nail like this, and it's not a design for everyone. So, you know, you could pick and choose which elements of this crystal placement you did if you were going to do it, or you could just do a couple around the cuticle. You know, it is a personal preference, but I wanted to have a real blingy nail in this design, but without fully covering the nail. So then I'm coming back in with my glue gel and I'm just dotting it on and spreading it out. Now this does finish tack free. So when it's cured, it is tack free. So if after you finish the design you think, oh, I want to add a few crystals, you could do that on top of top coat. I personally prefer to apply the crystals and then top coat, because top coating afterwards is going to give you an extra seal to those crystals to hold them in place. But I apply this quite thin, and you can see I sort of swipe it out, brush it out, so that I'm not creating any sort of bulky, sticky uppy bits. And then I'll go in and add the crystals as and where I want them. Now I've talked a lot so far and I'm just going to be repeating myself now, so I'm going to finish applying these crystals, and when I'm happy with the placement of them all, they're going to go into my lamp for a full 60-second cure. My crystal nail is all fully cured down, and now it's time for the magical, the best bit, and we've got the queen, that is Tina Top, to come in and do her thing. So I'm going to apply this to all of the nails. Tina Top is, in my opinion, absolute best top coat I have used. She is incredible. Now I am going to top coat around the crystals, but I'm going to do the full nails first and I'm going to come back to it. So I'm going to do a nice generous layer of this on all of those nails, and where I've got that clear bit, I'm just going to swipe the brush underneath. It just removes any cloudiness from the finished nail. And onto the pinky, and then I'm going to get my detailer brush. I think I get the Gems Avery brush out, and I'm going to use that just to apply the crystal, the top coat around the crystals. The brush in this instance is just a little bit too big because I've only got a few small little gaps between the crystals that need top coating, and by using my Avery brush I can get right up in any little nooks and crannies and just make sure any nail that hasn't got a crystal is fully top coated without going over top of the crystals, because we don't want to top coat over them, we just want to top coat right up to them and in any little gaps. And once I'm happy that that nail is all top coated where there's no crystals, we're going to pop this hand in the lamp for a 60-second cure again, and that is this design done. Oh, it's my sad little thumbnail. I can assure you that my sad little thumbnail is no more because I am halfway through redoing my nails. I've just stopped to voice over this video so I can get it uploaded. So they're going in the lamp, and here they are, fully cured and finished. I absolutely love this set. I have not done a big blingy nail like that for quite a while, so it was really nice to get those crystals out and do it again. I absolutely love how this now turned out, and look at how crystal clear that tip is on the ring finger. You could add a few crystals around the cuticle on a couple of the other nails just to add a little bit more bling if you're into it, but I wanted Callie to do a lot of the talking, even though that crystal nail is sort of taken over the whole design. But I love how it turned out. Callie is such a beautiful glitter mix, and we have quite a few of these iridescent shard glitters on the website. So we have come nearly to the end of this video. As I said, get in quick if you want to get Callie at the reduced price of £5, because from tomorrow, Monday morning, we will have a brand new colour of the week. But if you don't get there in time, don't worry, because you can use my code Helen5 for 5% off all full price products on the website. That includes all of the acrylics I've used in this set and all the crystals and Tina Top. So if you are tempted, head to www.gemsnailsystems.com and use Helen5 for your discount. I do hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up and leave me any comments down below, because I do love to hear from you all. And if you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. We'll hopefully be back with a few more designs next week, but that is it. Enjoy the last few hours of your weekend, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And I'm going to sign off now, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Mwah.